Hey, what's going on, guys? Today is October 27th, Thursday. I just finished trading and I'm going to be going over a recap of my trades for today. Here are my executions for the day. I made 160 on the day, 41 on SPY, 120 on Nvidia. Alright, so my first trade of the day was on Nvidia. As you can see, here are all my levels drawn, but before that I'm going to get rid of this because I did not have this level drawn before, and this was a huge reason why this trade failed. Okay, so here was my plan for Nvidia. Nvidia had a nice gap up, about almost, I would say, like $10 or so from yesterday's lows. So obviously we gapped up above the 1 hour supply, 136.5. So I'm feeling really bullish about the stock right here. My plan was to wait for a retest of the demand certain supply, which is right here, as you can see, 136.5. And during market open, we got a nice push up. That's what we got right here, retested, and I entered my first contract, Nvidia calls, at around pretty much 9:31. So 9:31, I got in at this candle right here, putting my stop loss near low day 136.3, and I was hoping for a move up to this resistance at 140. So we got the retest right here, made a nice push up, and at this point my contracts are up about, I would say, 10%. And I sold one of my contracts right here. Let me see. Yes, 934. Yes, at 934. And then what quickly happened was we quickly rejected at this level, made a huge huge move down to the downside, almost a $2 candle right here, and we quickly put in lower lows, and that's when I quickly stopped out on my trade. It blew past my stop loss right here by about almost 40-50 cents or so. So that made my loser more than my winner, and ultimately I ended up losing, like, I would say 5%, 5-10% on this trade. And yeah, that was an L. Looking back, where I went wrong on this trade was definitely I did not draw my zones correctly. I had my target at 140, but I did not see that this whole level right here was a supply zone. Because if you look closely at where this zone even comes from, right here, this is when we made this huge downside move. As you can see, drop, base, rally. I had my target at 140, but I just, carelessly forgot to draw this whole area right here as a zone. Look at the sell off that this area of selling created. I wasn't aware of that, and look what happened. Quickly rejected right off this 138, 140 zone, and we made a push to the downside. The trade that I took was on SPY. Pull up this ES chart. Okay. So as you can see, ES was trading in this channel between this demand zone right here and also the pre-market highs it was trading in. So these were the two key levels I was watching for. Once market opened, it looks like there was some aggressive buying, but it was quickly getting rejected by sellers in this pre-market high area. And once I took notice of that, I entered my first contract at 937. Once we got this nice recheck candle followed by a doji, I entered in at 937, setting my stop loss at 38.60, 38.62, entry at 38.57, so 5, 6, 7 points give or take. And my my price target was obviously it should be this demand zone right here, but here's where I went wrong in this trade. So obviously I did end up taking a dub on the trade. It was like a light 10%, but of course I could have made a lot more on this trade looking back. So I entered in at 937, and once we got this nice push down and we broke this low of day, I quickly secured one of my contracts out of two at 940, or let me see, let me just make sure, 941, 941 right here, yep. And then we started pulling back a little bit, basing at this level, and I don't know what it was, but I was just honestly I was kind of scared of losing my profits on this trade, because at this time I was red for the day, just a little bit, but this trade made me a little bit over the top green, so I kind of felt like I just needed to just take the profit and put myself in the green, kind of as like a mental confidence boost. But looking back, that's kind of like the dumbest shit you can do, because look at the move I missed out on, almost an extra like 80%. But just gotta take note of that looking forward. But yeah, I took my first contract profit at 941, and I sold my last one at 944, which is the dumbest thing ever, because I literally sold right into this pullback. So I kind of sold it for maybe like just like a slightly bigger profit. Yeah, 284. I sold my second one at 295, so like a 5% profit, which is not that much compared to almost like the 80% gain I would have made if I just trusted my stop loss, just get rid of the all the emotion factors, and just just play my price target, which was this demand. Because honestly, I don't know what it was, but I had this mental bias in me that like oh, we probably wasn't gonna break this, we might just chop around in this range, and I don't know what it is, but I need to get rid of just those dots and just play my zones only, because looking back, this was a great setup and I kind of fumbled the bag on it. But of course, once I saw this drop on ES, I quickly took advantage of it, because I was also watching Nvidia during this time, and during this time Nvidia just rejected this 1 hour supply after this pullback that we made. So it was looking really clean for a move back down to the downside, after breaking this yesterday's high of day. So I entered in my first contract at 947, 948. Yeah, 948 over here. Right after this nice drop reject. Stop loss was kind of wide. It was about almost like $1, give or take, but the setup was clean, the reward was there. I had my target at 128.6, which is the next key demand zone for Nvidia. Obviously, it didn't end up hitting yet. It could still hit, but it was still a nice little scalp to the downside. So I entered in at 948. Once I got this nice push down, almost $2 to the downside, I sold one of my contracts, and once we started basing out at this level right here, I sold the other one, because this was when QQQ was nearing to hit that demand zone, and I was up probably 30% on my contract. I was happy with my profit, and keep in mind I'm only trading 2 contracts. I'm in very light, so I can't really scale out that efficiently. Maybe if I size like maybe 5 contracts and I sold like 4 here, I wouldn't mind just letting the last one run, because I'm in the trade risk free either way. But 2 contracts, I just gotta play smart, secure my profits, and if it does end up hitting my target, I just gotta review my trades, and when the time comes when I do scale up, I gotta be prepared for it. But yeah, these are my trades for the day. Overall, I would say today was a pretty nice day. I would just say 2 things that I really fumbled the bag on was not scaling out on this SPY trade right here. I only caught maybe like 10 points max off this move when I could have caught like almost 40 points off this sell off right here. And another one was not noticing this supply zone during during market open at Nvidia. If I knew that, I probably would have just taken both my profit contracts here, or just not taking this trade at all, or maybe even look to play short instead of going long over here. Who knows? But little things like that, you just gotta be really pinpoint on to make sure you take the best setups possible. But yeah, these are my trades for today, and I'm going to see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.